How y'all doing? It's Brandon with Voodoo Forge. Now, I'm building a bending jig for my press. Now, this is not a normal thing that you need in a normal shop. This is you would only need this at a facility where you tested new welders at a welding school or something like that. Like you just like a normal small shop like mine, you don't need a bending jig. But the folks overseas have been sending me a lot of welders, and I'm like, the best way to test a weld is in my predicament is with a bending jig. So built a bending jig. So yeah, that's you can see my thought process on this. But first I've got to anneal some steel so I can cut it. So let's get on that. Okay, so I got this big piece of material here. It is spring steel of some sort, and it's about 1 inch by 4.5. So I want to anneal it before I cut it. So we gotta get it warm. It's getting there. It's really starting to get there now. So hopefully you can see further back in there, the whole piece is glowing bright orange, which is well past critical temperature. I'm just waiting for this end to heat up, and then I'll leave it a few more minutes to let it soak in that heat. And then we'll just shut it down and let it cool off. And it should be good enough. Just let her cool off. The camera really shows a much greater contrast than you can see with the naked eye, which is really interesting. I've never noticed that before. I got my 3 pieces cut. Now I just need to clean them up. They don't have to be operating room ready. I just need to get them a little slicker than they are right now. This is the situation. This is the piece on my press that needs to have this mounted in it. Trouble is, this is 2 inches deep, this channel iron. This is my pattern to make more jigs for my press, or dies, I guess. These are the ones that I have right now, but these are for something different. So, I don't have any 2-inch stock to make this rise out of here, so I'm just gonna make a whole bunch more of these and stack them in here to get the height out of here that I need. If you don't understand, that's okay. It's I don't either. It'll make sense. Okay, now we got a stack that'll go all the way down there. I can't even get them all out at once. So using my pattern and the transfer punch, I am going to mark one side of each one of my templates here. Drilling a 3/8 pallet hole in each piece before I drill the 1/2 inch hole. Holes right now. I don't know about this bit. I don't like the looks of this bit. We'll see how it does, but I'm not super stoked about it. No, it's fine. Okay, for our second hole, I went ahead and bolted all of these pieces together with the jig, and I'll drill the pilot hole first, all together though. just enough of my nuts in there. So now, need to pull a couple of these off to make my jig out. I need to clean the cutting oil off of these. I need to clean the cutting oil off of these, and then I'll have to grind the mill scale off. Throwing these in the board is the easiest way right now for me to get the cutting oil off. Okay, I might have left that in there a little longer than I intended to. So, I guess we'll get a break now for a while. Anyway, cutting oil's off of it. Okay, so while that stuff is cooling down, I'm going to work on my bottom die here. This piece and this piece are actually the die pieces. This is stuff that, this is what's going to be the top die that's going to be pressing down. This is to represent the material that's going to be bent, and this is just a spacer to give a little more room. I don't know, I'm kind of making this up as I go along, as usual. As usual. Okay, now let's see if this works. I got ready to see clamp. And yeah, seemed to have worked just fine. Look, got Stonehenge. Yeah, I know it's a terrible joke. All right, I can burn this in here now. To our top die. First, I'm going to tack it onto our piece. This is one of our pieces that we got the cutting oil off of. So first, we're just going to tack it on here. Looks pretty good. I'm going to turn her up and burn her on in here now. Yeah, we'll come back and smooth that out. Welded this on here. Made this plate curl up pretty good. So clamping it down before I put the gusset on here. This is our finished product. We'll put our test pieces in here and then just bend away. All of that bending jig construction actually took place a while back, but let's see what some of the test bends I've done on it looked like. Oh!
Again.
Okay, it's been pretty much it. Let me know what you think of it. I've already tested one of the welders that was sent to me, and I'll put the video up here. I've got a couple more coming, so you know, be looking for those. I know, I mean, these are just inexpensive little welders, but I mean, if I didn't weld for a living, I would be curious what a $60 welder would do, what a $150 welder would do, and that's why we're testing these things as they send them to us. So anyway, I hope y'all got something out of this. I doubt you're going to be building a bending die, but if you do, you know, I don't know, you can put this to other uses. I've made several kind of dies and jigs for this press since I've got it and used it for all kinds of things. It's not fast enough to be a forging press, but I can do things with it other than press bearings out. So anyway, hope y'all got something out of this and y'all behave yourselves.